Good evening, friends, family, and fans alike. Tonight, a storm is coming to Dallas to take on the Roughnecks. The Alaska Storm at 1-0 head down to the south to take on the Dallas Roughnecks, who have fallen to 0-1. Both teams want the win, but only one can arise victorious. These two clash and start week 2 off with a bang tonight on the SFL Game of the Week, coming after the coin toss.
This is it. Ready to go?
The Thunderbirds will make the selection. What is the call?
Give us tails.
It is heads.
We'll receive.
The win the toss. The selection receive.
The Roughnecks have decided to receive, and they will line up to take the kick. The Storm have the ball on the tee wearing all white, the Roughnecks in all black, and we are underway. Roughnecks return from the 3, bringing it out across the 20, down to the 26, and that is where the Roughnecks will kick off. And it looks like we are having some lag, so give me 1 second and we will clean that up. Let me know if that is any better. Roughnecks under center. Pitch out to Mike Davis. Mike Davis goes down short of the first down marker. Looks like we have the same amount of lag. Give me 1 second, I will fix that.
Second and 2 from West Fireball.
Let's try that again. Good evening, friends, family alike. Tonight, the Storm are coming to Dallas to take on the Roughnecks. I am your play-by-play commentator, Andy Hamilton, and for the second time, we are live from Mullinax Oil Field, where the Alaska Storm in white will take on the Dallas Roughnecks in all black. This should be better in terms of lag, so let me know, and as long as everything is good on that front, we will be good to go. It's looking better for me, so hopefully it looks better for you guys. You will have only get to watch the replay for one play, so that shouldn't be too bad. I apologize for the error. The difference is me hearing the game as well as you guys versus just you guys, but that's all right. I'm willing to sacrifice that for you guys. The SFL Week 2 Game of the Week starts right after the coin toss, which will go down now.
The Thunderbirds will make the selection. What is the call?
Give us tails.
It is heads.
We'll receive.
The win the toss. The selection receive.
The Roughnecks choose to receive the kick. The Alaska Storm will boot it away. Alaska in all white, blue socks, blue numbers, blue shoes. The Roughnecks in their black and gray uniforms. Kick is away, and it will be returned from the 3-yard line. And they will bring it out across the 25, finding some room on the right, into the 27 will be where the Roughnecks offense, led by Macc Wavy Jr., will come out to start the drive. That is number 88. Robert Dobbs on the return. So Dallas coming from 0-1, taking a loss last week here in the same building to the Renegades. The Storm, coming off a victory against the Mexico City Aztecs, will have to defend that lead. A 3-2 for the Storm on first down. The throw out to Mike Davis. Alaska after picking up 6. Let's introduce you to the Dallas offense. Mike Davis, the halfback there, just caught that pass from the quarterback, Macc Wavy Jr., number 1, and 30 for the halfback. Robert Dobbs, number 88, returned the kick. Jonathan Concord, 87, Davius Reed, 18, and Prince Escobar, 84, are the receiving threats for Macc Wavy Jr., the champion coming over from Minneapolis. On second down, he will throw out to the left side. That one's caught for a first down to the former Crab, Prince Escobar. So Escobar making himself known early, and the Roughnecks have an early first down. Colin is telling me to increase my microphone, so let me know if that helps right there. In the shotgun, Macc Wavy Jr. on first down here. 4 receivers spread out, as well as Mike Davis in the backfield. He will toss it across the middle and gain 6 on the quick completion, looking for Escobar again. So Prince Escobar, 2 receptions so far, and the Roughnecks offense moving much better. That was for 7 yards.
Second and 2. Ball at the 50-yard line.
4 receivers split out again for Wavy. 4 big men on the line for the Storm on second and 3. Do I hear a Mike Davis calling? Possibly. Snap. The throw, and it looks like he did get the first down. What a diving play by number 18, Davius Reed, who followed Macc Wavy Jr. over from the Minneapolis Maulers, as well as T. Cabell, who's on their defense, which we will see later. Let's introduce you to the Storm defense while we have a chance. Alex Dominguez, the big man on the front line, number 69. DJ Drew is the free safety. Wayne Buckerson, the strong safety. Evan Carroll and Stevie T. Diggs are on the outside. Throw out to the right side to Davis. Davis, a spin move. He'll gain 3. Stevie T. Diggs had a return touchdown last week, and both coaches highlighted Diggs as someone to look out for. Stephen Mullinax, when I talked to him, said offensively they want to reduce their turnover play, and Diggs is going to be a threat to possibly threaten that bring down of the turnover. Diggs coming over from Cleveland in the offseason. Snap. Wavy off the left side. Davis has got a first down. So another first down for the Roughnecks, and Davis looked a little shaken up, but will rise to his feet, and that'll make it first down Roughnecks. Coming over to make the tackle was number 40, which is Chad Frazier, the inside linebacker. The defensive unit for the Storm is led by Max Paul. The offensive unit for Dallas is led by Stephen Mullinax himself, who is also the owner. So 2 owners battling out here on the first possession. 4 receivers. Wavy throw out to the left side, batted away. An amazing play by number 47. So an incompletion on first down. I believe that's the first one of the game. So that'll bring up second and 10.
Second and 10.
The secondary for the Alaska Storm is made up of 2 players that made moves. We already mentioned Stevie T. Diggs, but Wayne Buckerson coming over from Los Angeles to help the Storm, and they will have to weather the passing game of the Roughnecks. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun. He'll dump it off short. Coming off the right side is Davius Reed for a 5-yard pickup. So it'll be 3rd and 6 here. Wavy Jr. Career stats coming over from Minneapolis after winning the championship last year. The Maulers did fold, and Wavy was forced to look for a new team. And he found a home here in Dallas, but 0-1 to start. A quick dump across the middle for another first down. And on 3rd down, Macc Wavy Jr. moves the chains. 8 of 9 for 49 yards and hits one of his more favored targets so far tonight, Davius Reed, for another first down.
First and 10 from the Thunder. 23 yards.
A 5-receiver set this time for the Roughnecks. They will call upon a 5th receiver. In the shotgun, Wavy Jr. is all alone. Davis on the sideline for this play. Alaska brings 4. The quick throw across the middle, and reversing his field and losing yardage will be Davius Reed, who had some space. He ran a crossing pattern, and the Alaska Storm footstepped him back all the way to the line of scrimmage, and down he went.
2nd and 8.
4 receivers, Davis in the backfield. Snap back. Throwing deep to the end zone, batted away at the last minute. A good defensive play. Prince Escobar was in the end zone, wide open, but over came Evan Carroll, and Evan Carroll batted that ball away to bring it to 3rd and 8, and it would be quite a stop for the Alaska Storm if they could force a field goal here, because the Roughnecks so far have been moving the ball wherever they want. 3rd and 8, 6:25 left, clock ticking off here in the first quarter. Wavy Jr.'s got 5 receivers. He'll look to throw. Throwing cross the middle, caught, and going down at, I believe, the 2-yard line is Davius Reed. So the man who reversed his field and put Macc Wavy Jr. in a hole gets him right on out of it. A little bit of a crossing pattern. It looked like they were bringing multiple guys across the middle, and having to come over and make the tackle was DJ Drew along with Wayne Buckerson. They combined for the tackle and finally put down Davius Reed. There is Jonathan Concord. That man has yet to get involved, but possibly a fade here from the 2. 1st and goal, Wavy Jr.'s under center. Quick handoff, Mike Davis, touchdown! The Dallas Roughnecks strike first at home and score a touchdown from Mike Davis. Big number 30 piles his way in from the 2. Some good blocks from the interior lineman here on the big man Alex Dominguez, and Mike Davis is able to walk in and not get touched until he scores. So the Dallas Roughnecks strike first. It'll be 6-0 with the field goal pending, coming from Manuel. The kick is up and through, so with a little bit under 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter, the Dallas Roughnecks are up over the Alaska Storm. When I talked to Max Paul about what the Storm needed to do in order to win this game, he said that having some resemblance of a real offense would be a good start. And he mentioned that part of that would be getting Beakley Jr., their halfback, involved a little bit more. And the ironic thing was when I talked to Steve Mullinax about his defense, he said that keeping Beakley Jr. in check would be their defensive plan. So I'm going to highlight Justin Beakley Jr., the halfback for the Alaska Storm, as the key to this game. And we will see if he can break open against this secondary that the Roughnecks have, or if he's going to struggle. And Murdoch Mock there, who followed Buckerson over from LA, is going to have to throw more. First down, he's going to be under center with Beakley Jr. in the backfield. 2 receivers, body or screen. A 4-3 look from the Roughnecks. Mock will dump it off to Beakley Jr. Beakley Jr. remains before being dragged down by the defense. Julius O'Neill coming up to make the tackle. Let's introduce you to the offense. I already mentioned Murdoch Mock, number 17, the quarterback. There was Justin Beakley Jr., number 22, the halfback. Slinky Watts, number 45, and Optimus Klein, number 88, are the tight ends. And Robert Merrill, number 18, and Sultan Muhammad, number 1, are the receivers. So a high-powered passing and running offense. Mock, empty backfield, dumps across the middle. Caught, first down! The Alaska Storm move the chains, or Slinky Watts was close at least. It looks like they might mark him short, so a good few-yard pickup for Slinky Watts on the crossing route, and it'll be 3rd and inches, and if he could have just turned that corner, he might have had a big gain. 3rd and inches. Murdoch Mock under center. Beakley Jr.'s in the backfield. He had 70 rushing yards last week. The 4-3 look for the Roughnecks. They'll hand it to Beakley Jr. behind the line, but will fall forward for a first down. So the Dallas Roughnecks couldn't keep Beakley Jr. from gaining a yard there despite being hit in the backfield, and a first down for the Storm keeps their drive alive. Let's introduce you to this defense. T. Cabell, defensive end, gets the gold nod. The A.J. Lacoste, number 47, and Richie Williams are the cornerbacks. Troy Loshaw and Julius O'Neill are the safeties, and Keith McDaniel Sr. is the linebacker. Hand off Beakley Jr. across the left side. He will pick up 5. Murdoch Mock coming back to Alaska by way of L.A., but returning after playing for Dallas in the last winter season. So Murdoch Mock out for a little bit of vengeance, and we will see if he will be able to get just that. Slinky Watts, who made a catch earlier, is coming over from Oklahoma City, who beat the Roughnecks last week. Handoff, Beakley Jr. out on the right side, and he might have got a yard before Julius O'Neill came up and clocked him at the line of scrimmage. So down he'll go, and I believe that will bring up 3rd and 4. So another 3rd down facing Murdoch Mock and the Storm offense here, who struggled last week. 2 receivers split out to the bottom of your screen, 2 tight end set. 1 tight end, no, 2, sorry, excuse me. Snap back, Mock throwing, deep down the middle, it's caught. Big first down for the Storm as they move the chains. Hit Optimus Klein. Optimus Klein, a big old first down into Dallas Roughnecks territory. Pretty clutch by Mock there, I would have to say, to throw it right down the middle of the field, finding a soft spot in front of Julius O'Neill and Troy Loshaw, and he will pick up the first down.
1st and 10.
3:04 left in the first quarter, 7-0 Roughnecks. As we take under 3 minutes, same formation, pitch out to Beakley, he'll break contact and pick up 2 yards before the defense will swarm on him, and down he'll go. Beakley Jr. is 3rd in receptions per game in the SFL with 8, so look out for that to be a factor. We already talked about how Stephen Mullinax looks to hold him in check, and Max Paul is looking to get him going. Deep throw down the middle, batted away. A good defensive play by the Roughnecks. Number 54, that's going to be Jay Gaines, the outside linebacker, who sticks a paw up there and bats that one down. So it'll be 3rd and 9. Murdoch Mock facing plenty of 3rd downs here on the first drive, whereas the Roughnecks, I believe, only faced 1 or 2. 2 receivers, bottom of your screen. Beakley Jr. is in the backfield. Mock will throw. Throwing out left side. Caught, tapping the toes and going down is Sultan Muhammad, who came to the Storm by way of New York following last season. And with 2:07, the Storm are going to have to think about a field goal. Their field goal kicker is one of the only stars in the SFL as a kicker. He is Kodiak Denali, and they will call upon him here on 4th and 5. This is going to be a long one. His toes are on the Roughneck logo at the 40, and that is where he'll have to kick from. So a long field goal attempt here for the Storm. High snap, corralled well. The kick is up and through from 50 yards, and the Alaska Storm are on the board. 3-7, and they will kick it back to the Roughnecks here in a moment. Talk about Denali. That is just what the owner, Max Paul, wanted when he said that he was putting a kicker on this roster. He said he wanted the 50-yarder and plus from Denali, and he gets it there to bring this to a 4-point lead for the Roughnecks. But again, they are getting the ball back. Returning with his heels on the end zone. The return will come out across the 24 to, I believe, the 25, and that is where Macc Wavy Jr. will lead the offense back onto the field. Driving down the field, they had a Mike Davis touchdown on the last drive. We'll see what they can do on this one. Macc Wavy Jr. top 5 in the SFL in passing yards per game, but he'll hand it off to Mike Davis on first down, and Davis gets slapped in the backfield, brought down by the defense for the Alaska Storm. Chad Frazier getting in there and blowing that one up in the backfield. 2nd and 10, no gain.
2nd and 10 from your Fireball, 26 yards.
4 receivers set, trips up to the top of your screen, 1 receiver to the bottom, Davis in the backfield. Wavy Jr. will change the play at the line. He'll take the snap, drop back, throw deep down the middle, caught, and a big gain across the 50, all the way down. What a throw and what a catch. And we're trying to get a number on the player that received the ball. It looks like it was Jonathan Concord who finally got involved. Wavy Jr. some good protection. Dominguez was climbing, but he couldn't get there in time before the throw went downfield. Stevie T. Diggs brought him down. We remind you that the Red Zone is Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We are skipping the NFL productions tomorrow, and we will go straight to SFL Monday. So be there at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Go to Concord on the slant, and he'll pick up another first down. Excuse me, that's not Concord. I don't have a number for that player. 17, good reception by him, and that'll move the chains for the Dallas Roughnecks. So the Roughnecks looking like a passing offense here, but they're using Mike Davis in the pass game just as well. 4 receivers set, Davis back on the field, in the backfield, off to the left. 4 down linemen, the Storm will bring 4, a quick throw on the out route, caught by Escobar. Escobar on a spin move, and he'll enter the SFL Red Zone to the 16. And that should bring the first quarter to an end. A 16-yard pickup by Prince Escobar, and that moves the chains and puts the Roughnecks in scoring position. End of the first, and we will take this to the second quarter. 7-3, Roughnecks on top. A Roughneck lead heading into the second quarter, 11 minutes on the clock. Macc Wavy Jr. under center, and we will start this thing back up. Snap back, Wavy Jr. left side, caught. Concord reversing his field. He might have only got 3 or 4 on that one. Let's go ahead and head to the chat and give a shout out to everyone. Aiden Friday, Damon Simeon, Dwayne Schindler, Electric Aggie, Frank Gooden, I'm an Effin' Problem, Jason McGee, Jeff DeKilla, Doug Bose, Lord Destro Productions himself, Ramos Lynn, Macc Wavy, Mark Biddix, Mighty RX, Optimus Klein, Spectacular Pooh 24, and The Walking Greg. Thank you all for showing up. Wavy Jr. will drop back, pumps once, throws in zone, incomplete. He overthrew the big man, looking for Robert Dobbs in the end zone. That'll bring up 3rd down, I believe. 3rd and 7. Remember to play SFL Fantasy Football. The Week 2 rosters have locked, but Week 3 starts on Tuesday, so head over there. If you're not on our page, make sure you check those out. Throwing over the middle, Escobar brings it down past the first down marker, and Escobar is making a name for himself on 4 catches. He's got 46 yards. AJ Levy, I'm not missing you in the chat, buddy. I might not have said it, but I see you. Colin Northrop's in there as well. Eric Vinson. So we got numbers. That's good. Shotgun for Wavy Jr. on 1st and goal. Mike Davis in the backfield. Throwing left side, caught, touchdown. I believe that's Prince Escobar. Prince Escobar takes the ball into the end zone, and the Roughnecks are on top by 11. So the first touchdown of the game for Macc Wavy Jr. throwing out to the left side, a good catch. Wavy Jr. had 268 yards and 58% passing completion last game, and he's looking to improve upon those numbers in this one. The real thing that he's looking to avoid is interceptions, and so far has done a good job of that. 13-3, the extra point will come on the way by Manuel Manuel. The kick is up and through, and the Dallas Roughnecks improve their lead to 11 over the Alaska Storm, whose offense sputtered on the last drive. We'll see if they will be able, and Eric Mercury of the Alaska Storm will be able to get them going a little bit more. The kick is away. The Storm have the ball back, receiving it at the 10 and bringing it out and running a circle around the field and finally being brought down at the 25. I believe it's Stevie T. Diggs, who had a return for a touchdown last game. I'm sure Max Paul would like to see him get one going tonight, and that spin around there was an interesting way to try and create some extra separation. It didn't work, though, and it will have to be Murdoch Macc and the offense coming out to try and put this one into the end zone. Down by 11 with 9:45 left in the second quarter. Under center, empty backfield, short drive, caught across the middle, and that's Optimus Klein, the big man, with a 3 or 4 yard pickup. Hollywood Sports, thanks for tweeting the game out. If you can add us on that, at SimulationFL, join us on Twitter, that would be a great time. 4 yard pickup for Klein will make it 2nd and 6. Two tight ends, bottom of your screen. Receivers are split on both sides. Beagley Jr. in the backfield for Macc, who's under center. 4-3 look for the Roughnecks. Snap back, Roughnecks blitz. Beagley Jr. lowers his shoulder and picks up the first down. What a play! Beagley Jr. averaging 3.4 and 17 yards. So a good pickup by Beagley Jr. there. I want you to watch. He lowers the shoulder here and puts the hit. That's on Heath McDaniel Sr., the man himself. Heath McDaniel Sr. leading the SFL in passes defended per game. The only star linebacker for the Roughnecks, and Beagley Jr. just ran him all over. These teams are 10th and 11th in points per game, so that'll be interesting. Toss out to Beagley Jr. He'd take a step back and might have got back to the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Julius O'Neal coming up to make the tackle. So O'Neal making himself known to Beagley Jr. The chat is giving no love to Heath McDaniel Sr. after that hit. He'll have to make it up later in the game. Murdoch Macc under center, parted ways with by the LA Sharks in favor of Matt South. He now plays for the Storm. Dump out. Beagley Jr. on 2nd and 10 will pick up 4 yards, plows over Julius O'Neal, and picks up 5 or 6. So Beagley Jr. so far lowering the hit on the Dallas defense, and forget about it. If you're Dallas, you got to have 5 or 6 people to bring this guy down. 3rd and 3, and if I'm Macc, I'm going to look to give it to Beagley Jr. Throw out, left side, caught, dragging the feet for the first down, and a good completion to Robert Merrill. Julius O'Neal comes by way of Carolina in winter 17 and Tallahassee as well. So O'Neal has made his rounds in the league, finding a home in Dallas for this season. And they're going to mark him short. It's going to be 4th and inches, and the Storm offense is still on the field. Macc's under center, calling out the play calls. Will he actually snap it or not? 4-3 defense for the Roughnecks, favoring the right side. And nope, Alaska will burn a timeout with 7:30 left in the game. Or in the half, in the half of the game. Max Paul trying to draw the Stephen Mullinax defense offside, and instead, they will probably send out June Tutu to punt. So June Tutu out to punt it away. The Storm drive stalls at midfield. The 7:29, I would be afraid of Dallas putting more points on the board. The Storm defense is going to have to put something in the way of Macc Wavy Jr.'s arm. A fair catch at the 15, and that is where the Roughnecks will start off. It was Robert Dobbs, playing it safe. We got 2 Roberts as receivers, so that might confuse me for most of the night.
First and 10 from Wolf Firebird, 16-yard line.
3 receivers, bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. The Storm look like they might be in man defense in a 3-2 dime. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun with Davis to his left. Throw a slant route and a big first down throw there, caught by Concord himself. The cock. First down for the Dallas Roughnecks. Wavy Jr. just zips this one in there, and he was about to get clocked by Dominguez. Dominguez lines up the hit, but instead the ball will be thrown, and DJ Drew has to come up to make the tackle.
First and 10 from Wolf Firebird, 29 yards.
Wavy Jr. under center. He's got Davis in the backfield. So far, Stevie T. Diggs held to letting the Roughnecks throw under pressure, and down he goes. Macc Wavy Jr. takes a huge hit from the big man himself, and Alex Dominguez flexes on him, and the Storm have a sack, and that'll push him back to 2nd and 15. Dominguez just has a high motor there, and the Roughnecks can't keep him from getting to Wavy all night. Both teams coming in were first in sacks against with 0 allowed. The Roughnecks obviously just lost that. 4 receiver set. Wavy Jr. tosses a long one. That one incomplete. A diving attempt coming from Robert Dobbs himself. Couldn't get it. So that'll bring up 3rd and 15. 3rd and long, not where the Roughnecks want to be. Although if you are in 3rd and long, the one guy you would want to have throwing for it is Macc Wavy Jr. And the one offense you would want to have trying to catch it is 4 receivers in the star ranks. So the Roughnecks in good shape moving forward here on 3rd and 15. Storm back in their corners off. 4 down linemen, 1 linebacker. Wavy Jr. will drop. He's going to roll to the right, and he's going to go down again. 2 sacks for the Storm on the same drive. I believe that was number 72 coming across, Kelly Ryan. Yes, sir, Kelly Ryan comes over to make a 2nd sack on the same drive, and on 4th and 21, Bear Hojo for the Dallas Roughnecks is going to have to come out to punt. So the Storm laying the hits from Beakley Jr. as well as that big old defensive line, and they get the ball back. And it looks like they'll be only 4 or 5 yards back from where they punted it away from. So the Storm defense, as Frank Gooden's going to say, is warming up, ironically. 5:45 left in the game, or in the half, excuse me, not in the game. I sure hope not in the game. 3-14, the Storm are down by 11, and if they can put together a few first downs, they might get some more points. Murdoch Mock under center. Beakley Jr. in the backfield. 2 receivers spread out to the top of the screen. Snap back, Beakley Jr. They'll take the handoff off the right side, and the Dallas defense and Seth Jones will bring him down. So 19 yards for Beakley Jr., 3.2 is the average, but the touchdown goes to Mike Davis, so the other side of the ball has the advantage there. Beakley Jr. had 71 yards last week. Hand it to him again here. Breaking out. He's got some room. He could go if he can break one tackle, and he can't do it. Going down at the 22, Beakley Jr. shows off a little speed, but Julius O'Neal is able to corral him before he can break out to the outside. Beakley Jr. some great blocks here. They pull the guard. He pushes one guy off him again, and Justin Beakley Jr. is showing a motor and some power. And look at that. T. Cabell chased him all the way down the field. T. Cabell also coming over from that championship Minneapolis Maulers team, so good to see him still in the league and finding a home in Dallas. Mock under center, Beakley Jr. in the back. Dallas will shift the linebackers. 4-3 look for them. Mock will throw. Throwing left side. Caught. Falling down as the defender. Breaking free and laying the hit on him is Julius O'Neal, who makes his name known. But a big catch by Optimus Klein himself. And they move the ball down into the SFL red zone. Klein just runs the out route here. Who is that just fell down? It looks like Richie Williams, possibly, number 21. And with Williams falling down, Optimus Klein can go ahead and drive himself down within the 4-yard line. And I think if I were the Storm and I were Eric Mercury, it would be Justin Beakley Jr. time. I would be correct. He's going to fight for the line. and he didn't get it. He's going to go down at the 1, so Justin Beakley Jr. already has 51 yards. That's only 20 short of what he had last week, but he can't find the end zone there. 2nd and goal on the 1-yard line. And I would give it to him again. Why the heck not? He's already plowed over Heath McDaniel Sr. once. I'd love to see him do it again and punch the ball in here. Pitch out to the outside. He's got some room, and down he goes. A good defensive play by the Roughnecks. Troy LaShaw coming up in the backfield to make the play, and on 3rd and goal, if you're the Storm, you got to think about something else. I don't know if the pitch was working there. Murdoch Mock under center. Beakley Jr. in the backfield. They will delay, hand it off to him, and he's not going to get there. The Dallas Roughnecks hold. T. Cabell coming over to make the tackle along with Jay Gaines on the outside, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. What a defensive stand by the Roughnecks after they gave up some good yards there. And it's going to be Kodiak Denali on to add the field goal. Lost points in the red zone. The Dallas 50 Shades of Grey defense makes a stand. The kick is up and through from 18 yards, a little bit easier than the 50 he booted it through from earlier. And Kodiak Denali, the only scoring Storm member for now, 6-14. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel you're on right now, Simulation FL on YouTube. We have quality content, including the SOB Owners podcast every week, market trends, as well as an Inside the SFL show that we would love for you to stay in touch with. And if you haven't, go ahead and thumbs up this game right here. On the return, Robert Dobbs finds a little bit of room, but will go down at the 24, and that is where Macc Wavy Jr., who was sacked twice by this big defensive line for the Storm, will have to set up shop. And it looks like we got 50 people watching. That is a great number. So go ahead and tweet that link out, share it, and see what you can do here. Let's get as many people in here as we can tonight. 81 was the red zone view. Let's see if we can get higher than that, huh? Why not? 4 receivers set for Wavy Jr. is in the shotgun. Left side caught. Prince Escobar drags the feet and picks up 5 on 1st down. So Wavy Jr. clearly leading in the throwing category with 1 touchdown and 100 yards more than Murdoch Mock. Stephen Mullinax has coined the term Saturday Night Fever. I like it. I also like Game of the Week, and I like close ones, and so far we're doing all of the above. An 8-point difference is the game so far. 14-6, Roughnecks in the lead and have the ball. Macc Wavy Jr. will change the play at the line. He'll drop back, pump once, throw out to the left side, dragging the feet for the 1st down. A beautiful catch, and I believe that might be Robert Dobbs himself. Nope, excuse me, Jonathan Concord getting himself even more involved. Doug Bose, you keep it appropriate in the chat, big guy. Come on now. Macc Wavy Jr. in the shotgun again. A 3-2 dime look again for the Storm. That looked like false start by everyone, but either way, thrown out to Jonathan Concord. I don't know if he was in bounds. We'll see how they mark it. He looked like he might have been out of bounds to me, but we'll see. They'll give it to him. 3 yards for Jonathan Concord on 1st down. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Let's go! 2nd and 7. Ball at 41-yard line.
2-minute warning left here in the half. The Dallas Roughnecks lead 14-6. 8 is the difference, but the Roughnecks do have the ball.
Go time!
Shotgun, 5 receivers set. 4 men on the line for the Storm. They've gotten to Wavy Jr. twice today. He will throw, quick throw across the middle, 1st down for the Roughnecks as they move the chains again as the clock ticks and ticks and ticks. Robert Dobbs on the catch. Macc Wavy Jr. making a mess of the Storm defense tonight. It's a blizzard out there, a blizzard of passes, though. Under center, Macc Wavy Jr. will throw again. Pumps once, throwing again. Left side, caught. Big first down all the way down to the 30. A beautiful throw and catch executed by the man himself, Robert Dobbs. Four down linemen again for the Storm. Mike Davis is in the backfield, carried once for a touchdown. Wavy Jr. will throw it offside, caught and dragged down after a gain of only 2 is 17. Again, I don't have a number for him. The one player I don't have a number for, but they'll hit him for a 1-yard gain. We're at 60 seconds left in the first half. An 8-point lead, and the Storm would need a stop here if they're going to try to keep the Roughnecks out of field goal range. It looks like they might be, but this is questionable field goal range. That's what Mullinax is saying. Number 17 is. We'll write that down. Wavy Jr. throwing right side off the hands. It was looking like a clear completion for Robert Dobbs, and he just drops that one. He would have been down at the 3 or 4, and that was Evan Carroll working on him. Carroll has 1 deflection, and Stevie T. Diggs so far tonight has been quiet.
3rd and 8 from the Thunderbirds, 27 yards.
So the Alaska 4 points they left on the board on the last drive, coming back to bite them here as Dallas is in field goal range. 3rd and 9. 57 seconds left. Clock was stopped because of an incompletion. Wavy Jr. will throw right side, caught! Touchdown, Prince Escobar! And the Dallas Roughnecks have put more points on the board. Alaska just couldn't keep them out, and Escobar has his 2nd touchdown of the night. Both coming in the 2nd quarter. He was working on Evan Carroll, who I just mentioned. Prince Escobar makes Evan Carroll his jester there and scores on what Lord Destro Productions is calling a 50X corner. Call it what you want. I call it 6 points. The extra point is up and through. That'll make it 21-6, a 15-point difference. But with 53 seconds, don't count out Macc and Optimus Klein in the offense for the Storm to put more points on the board if they can get there. Remember, they do have Kodiak Denali, who has already hit from 50 yards here. And don't count out Stevie T. Diggs to have a decent return. The Roughnecks corralling enough there to keep him from making too much of a mess of that return. There's big old T. Cabell. Murdoch Macc under center. He's got Beakley Jr. in the backfield. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. They'll hand off Beakley Jr. Left side, he will get brought down by the first tackler. Clock continues to tick. Sultan Muhammad will be the slow one getting back to the line. Macc under center will take the snap. He'll throw. He will move up from some pressure and go down. T. Cabell with the sack. And the Dallas Roughnecks front line will bring down Murdoch Macc for the first time tonight, and Cabell is going to taunt Macc. Macc will throw, short drop, throwing deep down the lane, caught! And a big first down across the 50. The Alaska Storm are trying to move. They might have to take a timeout. I don't know if they have one to take. They will. They have 1 left. So with 3 seconds, the Storm will take a timeout. They're at the 50. So out of field goal range, unless they can get 1 good throw, they're going to have to chuck it for a Hail Mary. consensus is that Alaska should have taken that timeout sooner. 4 receivers, top of the screen. It looks like they're just going for the Hail Mary. My question will be, does Macc have the arm? He'll drop back, move up from some pressure, hit as he throws. It's a lobber to the end zone. Still in the air. Intercepted. Oh my gosh, that could not have been more scary for the Dallas Roughnecks. The interception in the end zone made by 36. That's Troy Loshaw with the pick. And if you watch here, it bounces up, and who's that? 89 had a last-minute shot at it. It's Bob Jim. Bob Jim couldn't get his hands on it, though. Troy LaShaw comes up with the pick, and at halftime, the difference is 15. Dallas ahead. And we will head to the half and be back after the break. We return to Stephen Mullinax Oil Field for the second half. 45 viewers have stuck with us, 21-6, but the Alaska Storm will get the ball coming out of the half. Only 1 yard rushing for the Dallas Roughnecks, but it's the 1 yard that counts. The carry was for a touchdown. Let's talk first half thoughts. I agree with Mr. Doug Bose in the chat. Despite the scoreboard, Alaska has been in this, and if they could have snatched that Hail Mary, we would be talking about a lot different things going into the half. The return will put Alaska and the Storm back in a position to get back in this game. The difference is only 15. So with 10:57,
First and 10.
the difference is only 15, which I will remind you all is 2 possessions. That's aimed at you, Macc Wavy Jr. It's not out of it. Don't take your foot off the pedal now. Macc under center. Dallas looks like they're bringing blitz. They'll back out of it. A throw down the middle. Batted away. A good defensive stand there. That was Heath McDaniel Sr., who leads the league in passes defended. It'll be his 5th one on the season, and what a play.
Second and 10.
Heath McDaniel Sr. making his name known. He was highlighted on Market Trends for being the only linebacker in Dallas so far not being tackled, or not tackling Beakley Jr. nearly as much as Stephen Mullinax would like. The pitch is out to Beakley Jr. He's got a little bit of room, plows through another defender, and Justin Beakley Jr. lays the wood on Justin O'Neill, and just as I bring up Heath McDaniel Sr. for not making enough tackles, he makes another one. Aiden Friday says that Heath also leads in weakness and ability to tackle Beakley. I like that. That's funny. Macc under center. He's got Beakley Jr. in the backfield who's just plowing over people. 3rd and 7. He'll throw. Short pass across the middle. Sliding. It looked to me like he got the first down because no one touched him till he rolled there. Slinky Watts, a big first down. But it looks like the punter's coming out. They're going to mark him short by 2 yards. That is unbelievable, I should say. Not incomplete. Unbelievable. If I were Max Paul, I would consider looking at that one again because no one touched him until he slid past. So the kick is away, and the Storm's drive is stopped but not stopped, and the Roughnecks get the ball back. Robert Dobbs. Even Stephen Mullinax in the chat was looking for a challenge there. But the Roughnecks will take the ball, I guess. You don't decline the ball there, but the Storm have some bad luck in terms of spotting the ball. So Wavy Jr. back on the field after being in the chat and calling this game pretty much over. Under center, 4 receivers. He's got Mike Davis in the backfield. 3 down linemen for the Storm, 3 linebackers. They will bring all 3, throw out to the left side, caught by Concord for a good 8-yard gain. Concord just hits the out route, and that was beautifully ran, and I don't know if the Storm were in zone or if Slinky Watts there just wanted to protect the first down line, but he gave Concord all day to make that catch.
Second and 2. Ball at 39 yards.
Prince Escobar, 7 receptions on 8 throws, 80 yards for him. Those are some big numbers. Although Concord leads the Roughnecks in terms of receptions per game with 8. The Mike Davis handoff there is brought down by Alex Dominguez. The big man will put some more yards on that 2nd and 3 ticker, and that'll make it, I believe, 3rd and 5 or 6. Or 3rd and 4. They're going to mark Davis for his forward progression, it looks like. 3 receivers, top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Mike Davis in the backfield, 4 down linemen for the Storm. They're going to bring all 4. Wavy Jr. throws. That one nearly picked up and caught. I cannot believe the luck for the Storm there. Robert Dobbs, an amazing catch. And that will keep the Roughnecks drive moving just when I thought the ball was going the exact opposite way. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh, the Storm have just gotten the worst luck. The intention was for Davius Reed to catch that. I'm amazed we're not seeing a replay. It bounced off of everyone. It was in and out of the hands of the Storm defense, and it went right into the hands of the Roughnecks. Wavy Jr. will drop to throw again. He'll hit the man across the middle, but getting hit himself was Prince Escobar. What a catch under pressure coming across the middle. A huge hit was laid down. That was Wayne Buckerson, who finds his way to the snow of Alaska, coming from the warmth of LA. Last week he had 13 tackles, 2 picks. So Wayne Buckerson needs to get more involved, especially in this passing offense for the Roughnecks. If the Storm are going to get back in this one. Handoff, Mike Davis, a spin move. Mike Davis will finally go down. I believe that might have been Chad Frazier coming across to make the tackle on him. So 2nd and 4, a 6-yard gain for Davis.
Let's go! 2nd and 4 from the Thunderbirds.
4 down linemen for the Storm on 2nd and 4. Davis in the backfield. They'll shift over to the side that he's on. 2 receivers split to both sides of the screen. Handoff and slapped down in the backfield. Mike Davis gets nowhere. That was again number 40, Chad Frazier, coming up to make the play. 3rd and 4, and the Storm have a 3rd down. The ball is spotted at the 33, so this would be about a 49, 50-yard field goal, and Manuel has not missed one tonight in terms of extra points, but has not attempted a field goal. Wavy Jr. under some pressure. He'll throw. Caught. 1st down, and dragging tacklers across the 10-yard line is Prince Escobar. A big 1st down to the 9, and Escobar has put the ball in the SFL red zone. Prince Escobar just on the route there, and it looked like Wayne Buckerson came across to try and take his head off too. That one unfortunately didn't work, and the Roughnecks are back in the red zone again, up by 15. That is not what you want if you are Max Paul and the Alaska Storm trying to get right back into this one. Wavy Jr. shotgun all alone, throws left side, fighting for the pylon. His Concord, he'll step out before it, and he'll be down at the 2 or 3. Coming over to make the play with Stevie T. Diggs, who the Alaska Storm are going to have to call upon. He had a touchdown return in the last game last week against the Aztecs. He's going to need something here, because it looks like the Roughnecks are about to go up by even more with a 15-point lead. 5 receivers spread out. Wavy Jr. alone on 2nd and goal from the 2. The Storm will bring forward, throwing one-handed catch by Rever, and Rever gets the touchdown. The 5th man on the Roughnecks receiving corps, and Rever has the touchdown, and the Dallas Roughnecks are up to 27. Wavy Jr. calm under pressure, dumps it across the middle, and Rever shows that as a 5th man, he's just as good as these other 4 receivers with the one-handed catch for a touchdown. So the Roughnecks just spread out the Storm, and they can't cover everyone. The man defense not working for the Storm there as Rever gets open and scores the touchdown here in the 3rd. 3 receiving touchdowns for the Roughnecks, 3 throwing touchdowns for Macc Wavy Jr., and a rushing touchdown for Mike Davis. The extra point is good, making it a 22-point lead. The kickoff of the foot of Manuel. Stevie T. Diggs back to return the kick. The boot is down to the 8. Diggs will bring it out. He will be brought down a little bit across over the 25 to the 26, and that is where the offense will set up shop. So a 22-point game, plenty of time left in this one. Again, that's only a 3-possession game. There's still 6 minutes left in the 3rd, so we're looking at about 17 minutes left in the game altogether. But the Storm will need some from their defense the next time they're out, and they'll need to score on this drive. Macc, under some pressure, dumps it across the middle. That one bobbled, and it should have been picked off, but it isn't. The Dallas Roughnecks, Seth Jones and Heath McDaniel Sr. couldn't get their hands on it, and Heath McDaniel Sr., I think, will have another pass defended as opposed to an interception going the other way. So Murdoch Macc in his first game against his former team is going to have to mount a pretty solid comeback in order to win this game if they're going to do it here in Dallas. Otherwise, Dallas will get to their first win of the season this year. Macc in the shotgun. He will throw left side, and that catch looked out of bounds for Sultan Muhammad, but he might have dragged the toes. He looks pretty upset, though. Williams on the coverage for the Roughnecks, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Beakley Jr. here not getting 1 carry on this drive. 2 receivers, bottom of your screen. 4-3 look for the Roughnecks. Macc under center. He will drop back to throw. Good protection, throws out to the left side. Muhammad on the out route will gain 5 or 6, but gets no further than that. And with 22 points being the difference, the Storm look like they're going to have to boot it back to the Dallas Roughnecks. So out comes June Tutu to punt it back to the Roughnecks, who have been stopped, I believe, once or twice. The Roughnecks almost get to that return, and it's got some good hang time corralled at the 30, and being brought down right there with no return is Robert Dobbs, who has some big catches of his own. So with 5:41 left here, the Roughnecks are up by 22, and Mike Davis was just heating up on the last drive. We'll see if he can get something going again on this drive. A 4-receiver set, though, so the Roughnecks might throw again. Nope, they'll hand it off to Davis up the middle. Davis will finally get brought down, but not before he gains 5. Mike Davis, 11 yards, 1.8 is the average, but the difference is the touchdown there, as Davis has the 1 touchdown versus Beakley Jr. with none. Rush offenses pretty close here, still bottom of the league, 10th and 11th in yards per game. Back. Mike Davis brought down in the backfield. Alex Dominguez doesn't want this game to be over. He will drop Mike Davis for a huge loss.
4 yards on the play. Third and 9 from Firebird.
4 receivers. It looks like on 3rd and 9, Macc Wavy Jr. will have to throw. Short drop, cross the middle. Concord wide open on the post route for the first down. So another woe for the Alaska Storm is pass deflections and keeping the ball. That's Stevie T. Diggs again, and he is not having a good night. So Stevie T. Diggs having a rough night tonight versus the great night he had in Week 1, and Concord will get the first down. 4 receivers set, 4 down linemen. Mike Davis in the backfield. Snap. Wavy Jr. throws to Davius Reed, but the ball falls incomplete. It was Chad Frazier coming over to make the hit on Davius Reed to keep him from catching that ball. 2nd and 10. Reed had the ball there, and Frazier just comes in and puts the arm bar right on the ball, and that'll pop that one out, and he even surprised 47 there, laying a little bit of a hit on him. So Frazier will get the defense ready here. 307 yards for Macc Wavy Jr. in this game. And he had 268 last game, so that is a record for him on the season. 5 receivers. Wave Jr. will throw. The Storm bring 4, throwing out to the left side. Diggs finally makes a play on the ball, and that one will fall incomplete. So with 4:09, it'll be 3rd and 10. They were looking for Concord. Wavy Jr., 4,388 yards in his career, 32-28, the touchdown to interception ratio. Diggs would have liked to have an interception there, and on 3rd and 10, they would accept an incompletion here. 4 receivers, Davis in the backfield. The Storm will bring 4. Throwing, Wavy Jr. right side, and Diggs makes another play. That should be incomplete. If they mark that a catch, and Max Paul does not challenge that, I don't know what is going on. It looks like it was incomplete. Yes, sir, Bear Hojo will come out to boot the ball away. Sometimes Dallas is going to challenge this one. So Stephen Mullinax getting bold here, and he's going to challenge to see if they can put this game away. It looked to me like Diggs got enough of that one to where Concord had to catch the ball out of bounds. There's the touch. Concord makes the catch clearly out of bounds. Let's see what the referee says.
After review, the play stands. The pass was incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds.
The ruling stands, so Dallas will go ahead and lose a timeout. Thank goodness. If that went the other way, I would have been worried for all of the SFL Nation. So out to punt is Bear Hojo. He will kick it away, 4th and 10. The Storm come after this one, and they block it. The Storm have blocked the kick, and they will get the ball back with good field position. So the Alaska Storm special teams comes up with a play for the 2nd game of the week. And what a play by the Storm to get the ball back.
1st and 10.
So count the Storm down, but not out. 22 points down. They have the ball in Roughneck territory. Beakley Jr. in the backfield. 4-3 look for the Roughnecks. 2 receivers, top of your screen. Snap back. Mock looking to throw. He'll throw out to the left. Batted away at the last second. The Roughnecks get to it. 54, Jay Gaines jumps up and knocks that one down. 2nd and 10 from the 40.
and 10 from the Thunderbolts.
Two receivers split out, two tight ends, top of the formation. Beakley Jr. in the backfield, Mark under center. He will hand off to Beakley Jr. off the left side. Beakley Jr. will get 3 or 4, and go down. 59 yards on 13 carries for him. Troy LaShaw coming up to make the tackle. That man has the interception in the game on the Hail Mary that was close to being caught for a touchdown, and keep in mind, if that was caught, this could be a whole different game. From the 30, though, they are well within field goal range, considering that Denali has hit a 50-yarder in this game. Snap. Macc under pressure. He'll shake off a sack and throw out to the left side. Caught! A big play to Optimus Klein. But that won't be enough for the first down, and Denali is going to have to come back on and kick the field goal. So Macc does well to avoid the pressure, but can't find an open man as the pressure was too much coming from the Dallas front line. T. Cabell helped with that pressure, and the Storm are going to have to settle for another field goal. So more points left on the board. The kick gets off, and that'll be through from 43, so Denali has all 9 of the Storm points, and that will cut the lead a little bit, but not nearly as much as the Storm would have liked after blocking that kick. So a 19-point difference, 3 possessions, and we'll see what the Storm can do. They're going to have to find the end zone at some point, but the defense did a good job last drive of keeping the Roughnecks in check. The kick is away. The Roughnecks will get the ball back. Still plenty of time, a whole nother quarter, as well as 3 minutes in this one. But again, the defense will have to hold them in check, and I believe that was Slinky Watts there on the defensive side, or the special team side, bringing down Robert Dobbs. So good job by Slinky Watts in 2 aspects of the game now, and he keeps the return from being too much. Macc Wavy Jr. leads the team back on. 4 receivers, 2 out to both sides of the formation. Mike Davis in the backfield. 3-2 look for the Storm. They will pile through. Concord hit, and the spin move will make a quick first down, and the referee got tangled up in that. I hope he's okay. Concord's slow to get to his feet as well, but he finally does, and a first down to the 34.
Right.
3 receivers, bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Mike Davis in the backfield, along with Macc Wavy Jr. in the shotgun. Throwing down the middle, caught, first down to the 45. A big throw to Robert Dobbs, who makes the catch. So the throw down the middle is good. It looked like it might have even, nope, 2-hander. Sorry, not good enough for a 1-hander, but they'll count it for 2. It was Chad Frazier all the way deep in coverage on Robert Dobbs. Mighty, I did the math. It's going to take you 10 field goals to beat the Roughnecks here, so you're up to 3, so you only need 7 more. Wavy Jr. under a little bit of pressure will dump it off, and another first down by the Roughnecks. They're moving the ball handily. That was Rever, who's got a touchdown already in this game.
Let's go!
4 down linemen for the Storm on this one. 4 receivers. The Storm look to be in man coverage. Davis with Wavy Jr. in the backfield. Wavy Jr. will drop. The throw intercepted, and that's just what the Storm need. A spin move, and the Storm have the ball back. Can you believe that? Stevie T. Diggs makes an interception, and just as I mentioned how he was not getting into this game, he helped the Alaska Storm right back in it. Working here on Concord, he breaks off the route and just undercuts it beautifully. What a play by Stevie T. Diggs. The spin move on the big lineman, and it was actually Macc Wavy Jr. who made the tackle on him. Stephen Mullinax talked about how Stevie Diggs might be a threat, and under pressure, Macc will go down with a sack here, so Cabell, another sack pressure on his part, and the Roughnecks defense says, hold on now, that doesn't mean you're back in it yet. A 2nd and 16 will face Macc on this one. Excuse me, I got interrupted. Mullinax was talking about how Stevie T. Diggs might be a threat, and there he is on that one making an interception. If they can just get him in the return game going, that would be nice too. Macc will throw down the middle, caught, and a first down! Can you believe that? After a huge 6-yard sack, he hits number 18, Robert Merrill, for a first down. Count Alaska down, but not out in this one. The difference, Murdoch Macc says, is not insurmountable.
1st and 10.
19 is the difference. Macc under center. 28 seconds left here in the third and a whole 4th quarter to play. A 4-3 look for the Roughnecks. Luck seems to be swinging towards the Storm. A throw downfield. That one incomplete. Overthrew, but he was under pressure. Cabell credited with that one again. So Murdoch Macc wants this game bad. He was the first QB for Dallas, then LA, and now the first QB for Alaska. So who knows what expansion team next year might knock on his door if Alaska decides to move on from him. 4 receivers, 2 split out to both sides of the formation. Macc will change the play at the line. Beakley Jr., we haven't heard from him, I don't think, nearly at all this quarter. And they'll hand it off to him right there, and he will get plastered in the backfield, and maybe that's why we haven't heard from him. 58 yards, 4.1 is the average for him, and he probably would have liked more.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
That will go ahead and end the 3rd quarter, and we are going to head to the 4th. 9-28, the Alaska Storm looking for a comeback here. We will see what they can do on 3rd and 11. If you haven't, go ahead and follow us at SimulationFL on Twitter. We will be tweeting some interesting content over the rest of the season. We'd love to see you there. Macc under pressure, takes off 2, and finally goes down. The Alaska Storm offensive line couldn't keep Cabell on the defensive line of the Dallas Roughnecks out of there, and he will go down. I believe that might have been big old 94, Kyle Minton, coming over to make the play. No Aiden Friday. The Simulation Football League is not on Instagram. The punt from June Tutu will give the ball back to the Roughnecks. So the Storm's luck runs out there, and they're going to have some serious luck in order to get the ball back here. On the return, that one will be smothered at around the 22. And that is where the Roughnecks will set up shop after the Macc Wavy interception. A 5-receiver set for Macc Wavy Jr., who's alone in the backfield with the lead. 10-22, Wavy Jr. will change the play at the line. 4 down linemen for the Storm. I would assume they're going to bring all of them. They'll bring 5. Under pressure, Macc Wavy Jr. will throw as he's being hit. Overthrown, looking for Robert Dobbs. So some good play by the Storm to bring a 5th man to put pressure on Wavy Jr. And down he'll go as he throws, and that one will be overthrown. Got too much air underneath it. Alex Dominguez helped with that pressure. The big man up front is going to have to put something on this game if the Storm want to get back into it here, as time is not one of their friends here, down by as much as they are. Snap back, comes off to Davis. Dominguez will wrap him up along with a buddy on the defensive line. Down he'll go, so that'll bring up 3rd and I think 7 or 8.
From Wolf Firebird, 26 yards.
Watch Stevie T. Diggs, Evan Carroll, and the secondary for the Storm here. They're going to have to make a stop on 3rd and 8 if they want to get the Roughnecks off the field. Wavy Jr. under a little bit of pressure. He'll dump off to Davis. Davis, one man to beat. Can't beat him to the line. Down and go. And the Storm are going to get the ball back. The defense holds. Mike Davis a big part of that drive, but the Alaska Storm are able to cover him up enough to get the ball back here in the 4th quarter, but the time is ticking. They're going to have to start scoring touchdowns now. I think they're a little bit too far gone to kick 10 field goals. They're at 3. They only need 7 more, but with 9:19, that would be one heck of an average field goal per minute. Diggs can't get anything on the return. They have to be 1.28 field goals per minute in order to score enough by the end of this game to beat the Roughnecks 30-28. But we'll see what their offense can do here coming back out. Stephen Mullinax makes a great point. Fantasy owners would love 10 field goals out of Kodiak Denali, but I don't know if they're going to get it. Murdoch Mock, 2 receivers top of the screen. He'll change the play at the line. It looks like he's making a shark fin on his helmet. No, you're a Storm. Hand off. Some free room. He'll gain 9 on 1st down. So with 9 minutes left, a 9-yard gain for Beakley Jr., but the Storm are going to have to get moving quickly.
2nd and inches.
LaShaw came up to make the tackle. 2nd and inches. Mock under center. Only 2 receivers out for the Storm. Dallas backs way off the line. I would throw a screen if I was Mock. Dallas takes some pressure. Handoff. Beakley Jr. off the left side. He's not going to get there. They're actually going to back him up 2 or 3 yards. A tackle for loss for Troy LaShaw. Beakley Jr. only 67 yards. He's getting real close to that 71-yard mark that he had last game. Big T. Cabell, watch him on this 3rd and 2. It's going to come down to which offensive or defensive line wants it more. Mock under center. Dallas showing blitz up the first gap. Handoff. Beakley Jr.'s got the 1st down across the 50. Alaska needs to get moving now. Justin Beakley Jr. just goes right up the middle. Some good blocking there by the Storm. Enough to hold their blocks for a 1st down, and it's going to take Seth Jones to bring him down.
Let's go!
Heath McDaniel Sr. commanding the defense. It's a Stephen Mullinax-led defense versus Eric Mercury's offense. Mercury coming over from Cleveland. Snap pitch to Beakley Jr., and he's blown up in the backfield. What a play! Number 50, Seth Jones, comes off the outside, and he read that one like a magazine while he's on the toilet. What a tackle. And that'll drop him 5 yards.
2nd and 15 from the Thunderbirds. 45 yards.
2nd and 15, 2 receivers spread out to both sides of the formation. Beakley Jr. in the backfield. Dallas is showing blitz again. Mock will drop to throw under a little bit of pressure. Throws. The diving attempt to make the catch is incomplete. Looking for Slinky Watts. It'll be 3rd and 15. Alaska's offense struggling here in the 4th. 4-3 look again for the Roughnecks. They'll shift again at the line. Mock will change the play. 2 receivers split out. Beakley Jr. in the backfield. He'll drop back to pass. Quick throw, left side. Caught. 1st down! The Storm are not out of this one. Robert Merrill, a big 1st down throw to the left side. Merrill just ran the seam route, and LaShaw couldn't get over there quick enough to cover him. Mock hit him on a 2-yard drop.
1st and 10 from the
So a good play by the Storm, and they're moving again. Mock rolls to the left and is under pressure, and he'll go down all the way back at the 45-yard line. So just as the Storm get into some good field position, T. Cabell will drop them back into some bad field position. 2nd and 17.
Second and 17.
T. Cabell making his presence known on this defensive line. And I don't know who's winning the defensive line battle between him and Alex Dominguez on the other side of the ball. Macc under center, he'll throw again. This one a pitch out to Wavy Jr., who will get dropped for even more of a loss. Troy LaShaw on that tackle, and the Storm are struggling to even keep themselves in field goal range. 3rd and 20. Although last time Macc was in 3rd and long, he completed the pass to Merrill. Dallas giving plenty of cushion to the 2 receivers at the top of the screen. 4-3 look. Dallas showing blitz. They'll bring 4. Macc heaves it down the middle, caught, and that throw will keep them in field goal range, but it won't give them enough for a first down. I would consider going for it here with 5:45 left, 4th and 3, but it looks like the offense is coming off the field. Denali is going to kick the ball. The defense is playing well. I guess you can put some hope behind that. The field goal looks like it'll be from the 25. The kick is up, and another field goal for Kodiak Denali. He is killing it in this game. So the difference will be 16. Still it's a 2-possession game now. So fantasy owners, if you're looking for a field goal kicker, Kodiak Denali might be your guy. 4 field goals in this game. Keep that in mind for next week. The boot is away. Denali will send it deep as opposed to attempting a surprise onside possibly. The return, the Storm will bottle that one up at the 25, And now the Storm will have to weather the Roughnecks offense another time. So Alex Dominguez will look to him and possibly Stevie T. Diggs. If they could turn this ball over, we might have a ball game on our hands with the last 5.5 minutes to play. Macc Wavy Jr. would like to just put this one away, though. 5 receivers, it looks like they're not going to hand it to Davis, who probably could just run this clock out. They'll give the Storm's defense a chance to make a play on the ball. Wavy Jr. short throw, tackled, and that might be a 1 or a 2 game pickup for Prince Escobar, but he'll go down pretty quickly. Evan Carroll on the tackle. And he read that, Prince Escobar. Oh, excuse me, it was incomplete. I didn't even see the ball pop out of there. What a play by Evan Carroll. He comes around with that left hand and knocks that one out of there. So I thought that was a 1 or a 2 yard pickup. Instead, that is an incompletion, which does a couple of things. Not only does it keeps Dallas's morale low after 2 or 3 stops in a row in this half, but it also stops the clock, which is Alaska's biggest threat right now. That and finding the end zone. 4 receivers. Davis is back on the field in the backfield, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Wavy Jr. hand it off. He'll throw instead, left side. That one almost picked off. Stevie T. Diggs wanted another one there, and he probably would have been able to take that one back to the house. Third and 10. Wavy Jr. will change the play at the line. 3 receivers, top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Davis will spread out to the left. This throw downed quickly. Then it will be a 3 or a 4 yard gain for Jonathan Concord, and the Storm's defense holds. So the Alaska Storm doing just what they needed to there on defense, keeping the plays quickly downed quick, and they're going to get the ball back here with a little under 5 minutes to play. Only down by 16, so that's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. So if they could get another field goal and then 2 touchdowns, we might see Alaska on top here. The boot is away, and if there were ever a time for a Stevie T. Diggs return for a touchdown, now would be it. He makes a spin move, but won't get much farther than that. Down he'll go. 1 interception for Diggs already tonight, and he bounces the ball off of a Dallas player. The frustration mounting. And it's on the shoulders of Murdoch Macc there, who returns to Dallas. We've mentioned it a few times, but starting off poorly. He has one interception. That was thrown on a Hail Mary that almost was completed. Again, I want to harp on it. It would be 19-28 if that were completed there in the end zone. So good job by Shaw to pick that one off. Macc, short drop, throws on a quick out route. That one caught for 2. The Storm are going into hurry-up mode here, just what they need. Two tight ends on the bottom of your screen. Make sure to circle that matchup. Macc will throw again. Same route, same catch, and that'll be 2 more yards, and I believe that'll be 3rd and 6. Out of bounds will stop the clock. Robert Merrill with 2 completions quickly, and before you know it, it'll be 3rd and 4. Monday, 7 p.m. Central, again, Cameron Irvine live for the SFL Red Zone where the rest of the teams play. That'll be some good matchups heading into Week 2. Stick around for the SFL postgame show. We can touch on those matchups if you'd like. Snap back, Macc throws, going for the first down, incomplete, but there's a flag. The first penalty of the night. It was Heath McDaniel Sr. in coverage, and let's see what it is.
Pass interference, number 54.
Wow, some defensive pass interference. Can you believe that? 54 Jay Gaines is the offender, and that moves the chains for the Storm with literally 4:23, and that penalty very well could keep this game alive. If Dallas got the ball back there, that might have been it. I don't think we can get a replay on that one. Macc will just be in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the top of the screen, 2 tight ends. Macc will throw. This one will go out to Beakley Jr. Beakley Jr. will try and turn the corner, but will step out of bounds. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, might have even gained a yard. So that does stop the clock. That pass interference call could come back to haunt the Roughnecks. 2nd and 11, so he'll lose a yard there on that one. Macc under center, 2 receivers, Beakley Jr. in the backfield, 2nd and 11, 4:19. The clock less of a threat now, but they need to score. The touchdown is what they need if they want to keep this game going. Dallas showing blitz heavy. Macc will throw. Dallas will only bring 4 under pressure. Macc will spin off 1, but won't get away from the second man. 3rd and long, and they're going to try and hurry up here, and that's usually a threat. 3rd and 17. Macc will drop back. Pumps once, dumps it off to Beakley Jr., and a tackle for a loss. That is not what you wanted. You might as well have thrown that one away, and I think that's what Max Paul is yelling at Macc about. So the Dallas defensive line will get them the ball back, and more importantly, keep the clock going. Macc will stay out on 4th and 20. Can you believe that? Fake handoff. I don't know why you were in the bottom there. Beakley will get the dump off underneath, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So some poor play calling there by the Alaska Storm trying to get back into this one. That was a terrible drive for them. Heath McDaniel Sr. will come up to make the tackle on Beakley Jr., and there were 5 or 6 black shirts in front of him before he could get to the first, and he's going to need Merrill and Muhammad there to make some blocks, and then some more luck. I don't know why you would go for it there with the defense playing like it is. Instead, you're setting up Dallas to pretty much be 1 or 2 first downs away from field goal range. Four receivers, 2 to each side of the formation. Mike Davis will get the handoff. He'll head up the right side and be tackled after a gain of 2 or 3. So the clock continues to tick, tick, tick here. Reminder, join us for the SFL postgame show. We would like to interview some coaches or players from either of these 2 teams, and then once we get all of them out of the way, we would love to head into next week's matchup, or the rest of the Week 2 matchups, and possibly talk about what will be going on there. Macc Wavy Jr. in the shotgun. He will look to throw. On 2nd and 6. Dumps it off to Davis off the right side. Davis will drive through 1 tackle, but be tackled out of bounds by Wayne Buckers. Eckerson tackles him out of bounds to keep the clock from rolling. It'll be 2:44 with 3rd and 5 left here. Wavy Jr. in the shotgun again. They're out of field goal range, so they're going to need a first down in order to do it. Wavy Jr. dumps it off. Previous read. He'll try and spin. He won't get there. The Alaska Storm defense holds, and I don't know what Dallas is going to do here. They can try a field goal, but it looks a little long to me. If they can pin Alaska deep, the game might be over because the Alaska Storm offense has let up too many sacks today to T. Cabell and the defensive line. They will go ahead and punt it away. Bear Hojo on to kick the ball. His feet rest on the 45 of the Roughnecks, and he will be kicking it down to Stevie T. Diggs. If there were ever a time for a Diggs return for a touchdown, Alaska needs it now more than ever. Hojo will boot it away, angled at the right pylon. It will bounce at the 10, bounce at the 5, bounce at the 3, the 2, and some perfect punting from the Roughnecks will head us to the 2-minute warning. So a perfect punt backs Murdoch Mock and the Storm back all the way to their own 2-yard line. They're going to need some big pass plays in order to come back to this one. A 98-yard drive under some pressure, rolling out. He'll throw it away. And I don't think there's anything that the Dallas defense would like more than a safety to cap this game off.
2nd and 10 from the Thunderbirds, 2-yard line.
2nd and 10 from the 2-yard line. Beakley Jr. in the backfield. Mock will change the play at the line. He's under some pressure. He'll dump it off to Beakley Jr. on the left side. He'll lose a yard, so that'll put them at the 1-yard line with 3rd and 11. Mock only has 162 passing yards the entire game. 1 pick for both of these guys, although Macc Wavy Jr.'s was more of an interception than Mock's was. Mock just kind of hailed it to the end zone on a end of the half play. 3rd and 10, and you might as well chuck it deep here. Mock short drop, throws across the middle, complete to Slinky Watts for a first down. And the Storm are going to go hurry up here, and they need to. 1:40 and ticking. First down to the 19. Mock under center will throw again. Short drop. Quick throw. Caught. Still in the field of play. They're going to have to hurry up or take a timeout. They'll choose to hurry up. 2nd and 8. Mock under center again. 2 receivers, 1 to both sides. The Roughnecks a late shift. Mock will throw. Quick throw across the middle. Caught. Not a first down yet. They're a yard or 2 short, so I believe that'll be 3rd and 1 or 2. Mock will run them up to the line again. Snap back, quick throw. Dumps it left side, first down. Alaska move it. Eric Mercury looking for a Hail Mary here, and that one's thrown to Troy LaShaw. An interception, and Dallas will put a cap on this one. 50 seconds left, and that one will finish it off. Excuse me, that's Ashton Quackenvoss who makes the pick. Both of them wearing the white bands on their elbows. Ashton Quackenvoss will make the pick. And it'll take Beakley Jr. to take him down, and it looks like the Dallas Roughnecks are going to come out with a victory here at home. Seconds left, a handoff to Mike Davis to pretty much kill this clock. Mike Davis is in some open space. He'll finally go down, but not before the 24, and Alaska will use their first timeout.
15 on the play. Down, Thunderbirds.
Good carry there by the halfback, who I am corrected is not Mike Davis. The backup halfback is in for the Dallas Roughnecks.
Let's go! 1st and 10 from
Remember to stick with us for the SFL postgame show. We will go live immediately following this for some interviews with players, coaches from this game, as well as possibly a look ahead to next week if that's what you guys are interested in. So I would love to interview anyone and everyone in the chat. There will be a call-in number that I will put on the screen as well as in the chat immediately following this game. A knee and a timeout by the Storm. Another knee victory formation for the Roughnecks, and with 41 seconds, the Storm will take their second timeout. That'll bring up 3rd and 12, and one more knee should finish this game off. Ought in to finish it. So we will look ahead to the rest of the Week 2 slate, which comes to you on Monday by way of the SFL Redzone, and as well as we will go ahead and talk to any and all players who would like to discuss tonight's action. Dallas looks like they will get the victory. Both teams moving to 1-1 on the season, and both teams have some good games coming up. So 14 seconds, the clock will tick on 4th and 15, and it will just run out, and we are going to head into the end of the game. Stay tuned, SFL postgame show coming next. All right. Let's go ahead and get the number out here for the SFL postgame show. There it is. It's in the chat. It's on the screen. Go ahead and give us a ring, and let's get to talking to some of these players about the game. Dallas improves to 1-1. Alaska falls to 1-1. Both teams struggling. The game was a good one. Alaska stuck in it for a long time. Let's talk about tonight's game. we will hold the line open for players from the two teams, Alaska and Dallas, first. And then after that, we will move and we can talk about any of the other Week 2 matchups. We have our first call, 559. You are on the SFL postgame show. Can I ask who I'm talking to?
To Macc Wavy, baby.
Macc Wavy Jr., the QB of the winning Dallas Roughnecks. How you doing, buddy? How you feel?
I'm feeling great. Big win, after I dropped the ball last week. So, how to come make up for it this week. Big effort from the defense. Great job, fellas.
The first victory in a black uniform for you, congratulations, is in order first off. And then second off, let's talk about your receivers. Davius Reed following you from Minneapolis. Talk to me about how Prince Escobar coming over from Baltimore and having the reliable Jonathan Concord who stuck in Dallas with you. How have those guys kind of helped you get acclimated to the Dallas weather as well as the play that Stephen Mullinax has put you guys on the field with?
Reed had some big catches right there. You know what I mean? Ran back on me one time, but you know what I mean? I forgave him when he came up with that big catch. Him following me, that was big. We had a plan, me, Cabell, and a few other maulers, and we want to repeat, and we thought Dallas is a good place to do it with. Prince Escobar, I could go on and talk about the kid, but if you guys ain't believing his game, then I don't know what to tell you because he's going to keep making big plays. And, Conk, man, that's my boy, man. He's the leader of the receivers, you know what I mean? He's the OG veteran, and he's just lacing my guys up, the youngsters, you know what I mean? So he's trying to make it so we're going to have a good connection for a very long time.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm sure Stephen Mullinax would love that if you guys could all stick together for possibly multiple seasons to come. Talk to me again next about another mauler who followed you over to Dallas. Let's talk about T. Cabell on the defensive side of the ball. How has he helped your defense, and Heath McDaniel Sr., how has he helped you guys, on the defensive side of the ball, keep teams from scoring so much? You guys held Alaska today to only field goals. How has Cabell helped that defensive line?
His presence alone, the SFL Defensive Player of the Year, so when you go right there, you're going to make a fact. He's a leader in and out the locker room. Wherever he goes, them young guys are following him. And he's setting the tone on that line. Just like I said with Prince, I could say everything in the world to talk him up, but his game is showing us all. You know what I mean? I think Coach said he had two and a half sacks tonight. Mock couldn't do nothing. I feel sorry for the guy. It's like he had no offensive line out there. You know what I mean?
He did struggle.
The way my guys were coming, I got touched up a couple of times myself, you know what I mean? And I'm not used to that. That's my fault. That's one of those things I put on myself. I just held the ball way too long, throw that ball away or let's live and for the next play. But you know what I mean? That's something I gotta fix.
Sure. Now, one last question. Let's talk to you because I can't let you get off the hook easily. I never do, Mac. Let's talk about the one pick to Stevie T. Diggs. What was going through your mind on that throw? Because before that, Diggs had a fairly quiet game, and that seemed to kind of open him up to making some plays. What happened on that one?
He just made me pay. You know what I mean? I was talking about Conk exposing him, and he came and hit me with one. So he's like, "Shut up, Mac," and I'm like, "Okay, I see you over there, Stevie T." STD, I see you over there. I'm trying to stay away from you, just like in real life.
Stevie T. Diggs makes the one interception, but Macc Wavy Jr. holds his own in Week 2, scoring a bunch of touchdowns, man. Congratulations to you. What are your plans? What are you going to do with this victory, man?
You know what? For both seasons I've been in the SFL, I lost my first game, and then came back and rebounded strong. So I'm just work at it, get back in there with Coach, you know what I mean? See about those last second in the fourth. We got that 5 wide so much. We forget about Mike Davis, you know what I mean? And he's Offensive Rookie Player of the Year, and
Right.
We got to find him. That last 5 minutes of the game, we really just got. I love throwing the ball. And it's just our offense. That's just the way
Right.
it is right now, and I'm not mad at it. But let's run that ball. Hey, but I want to give a big shout out to my rookie receiver, Robert Dobbs. I missed his butt a couple of times today, and he's already letting me have it. What a rookie, letting me have it. You know what I mean? So it's all right though. I'm gonna hit him with one of these.
There you go, man. All right, final question. I know I already said it once, but this is the very last one. And it's going to be a tough one, and that's why I'll leave it with that one for you. Is this a championship team, yes or no?
Oh, yes. No doubt. You know what I mean? Like I said, we were cruising last week. I put it in cruise control too early. We were up 17-3. We let them score 24 unanswered points. I had 3 interceptions, so, that's just me. That's just me. We should be 2-0 right now, and, I told the guys, as a leader I am of that team, I told them that's my fault. You know what I mean? I dropped the ball. So, but I want to, Max Paul and the Alaska Storm, you know what I mean? I want to give them a shout out, I know it didn't come out the way they wanted to, but they're a hell of a team, and I know we'll see them again.
I am sure you will. Thank you very much, Macc Wavy Jr., for calling on, man. We want to remind you guys, the one man on this call right now that has a ring, Macc Wavy Jr., man, holding it high, saying that Dallas has a chance to make it. We'll keep watching out for you, buddy. Good luck the rest of the season. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thank you very much. You have a great night, and SFL Nation, you have a great night too. Bye-bye, baby.
Word. All right, Macc Wavy Jr. with the win, 28-12 over the Alaska Storm. We are going to hold the line open now for Dallas and Alaska players only for the moment still. Let's see if we can get some more guys in here. So let's talk about some of the guys who had a big night. Concord, Prince Escobar both had big nights. Stevie T. Diggs, Evan Carroll, both having some good defensive showings. T. Cabell, a monster on the defensive line for Dallas. Troy LaShaw with an interception. Heath McDaniel Sr., some good plays. And let's not forget, Optimus Klein had some great plays, some great catches. Robert Merrill, some good catches. Kodiak Denali, the only scoring member of the Alaska Storm, as well as Justin Beakley Jr. So go ahead and call in now if you can. It looks like T. Cabell might be trying to get in here. Let's see, 214. You are on the SFL postgame show. Can I ask who I have?
Hey, what's going on? It's T. Cabell.
T. Cabell, the man, myth, and legend himself. Congratulations. First win of the season. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I feel real good about, what we did tonight. Way to get back on track for all my Roughnecks out there.
Sure. And we just talked to your old Minneapolis teammate, your current teammate, Macc Wavy Jr. Talk to me about him for a minute.
Oh, that's my boy right there. It's part of the reason how I ended up in Dallas. Excellent quarterback. I think we all know what he's capable of in week one. It was just one of those, missteps in the beginning of the season, but I think he showed tonight that when he's hitting on all cylinders, he's going to be tough to stop.
I can definitely agree with that one. He made a mess of the secondary in Alaska tonight. Let's talk about your defense, man. You're leading them. You got Heath McDaniel Sr., the linebacker. He's been playing well. Your two corners, Lacoste and Williams. Talk to me about this defense and why you guys should be taken seriously. I know people had talked about a little bit how there were kind of holes, only one defensive end, only one linebacker. Talk to me about the defense. Why do you guys think that you are the best defense in the league?
I think it's the way they were able to create pressure. As you can see tonight, we just don't give guys a whole lot of time to sit back there and hold on to the football. I believe we're strong up front in the secondary as well. I think a lot of people are going to overlook us. We have a high-powered offense, but I think that'd probably be pretty dangerous to overlook our defense.
That's a good point. I mean, you guys killed it tonight. I think you had 3 or 4 pressures, a sack or 2 of your own. Talk to me about what's going through your head in the middle of the game. I mean, because you guys got out to a quick start. 7-3 was the first 2 possessions, and then from there it was no looking back.
We just want to keep the pressure on guys. I believe that's it was one of the big reasons I came to Dallas And one of my specialties is to just apply pressure. Pressure busts pipes, they say. And so I believe if I can keep a guy under duress for, an entire half or the whole game, then, it can just really impact our team and does nothing but make our defense better.
That's a good point. You guys got Mexico City next week, so you're going to need a lot of that pressure. Looking at the Aztecs, what do you guys think they're going to throw all over you, or do you think they're going to try and maybe run the ball a little bit?
You know what? I'll have to look at a little more film before I can really, truly answer that question. But, whatever it is they try to do, that we'll be prepared.
Sure. I'll finish this one off then with the same question that I asked Macc Wavy Jr., because you as well have an SFL championship ring on your hand. Let's ask you, do you think that this team is championship caliber, yes or no?
I definitely think so. I definitely think we're capable. But, every week we're going to have to put in the work. I don't want to, get ahead of ourselves. We're going to take it 1 week at a time. But I definitely think that this team is capable of being there in the end.
Those are all good quality sentences coming from T. Cabell, man. It's always a pleasure to have you. Go celebrate this 28-12 win, buddy.
Appreciate it.
No problem. 28-12, the Roughnecks over the Alaska Storm, if you're just tuning in. 513-813-0735. I'd love to get someone from the Alaska Storm. We'll take one more caller from this game, and then we'll open it up to everyone. I got the rest of the Week 2 slate up. We can talk about that if you'd like. We can talk about the rest of this game. Kodiak Denali had 4 field goals, so fantasy owners gotta love that. If you'd like to call in and talk fantasy, we can do that as well. Whatever you guys want to talk about, man, let's go. Let's get it going. We've had T. Cabell, we've had Macc Wavy Jr. on the call, so let's get one more from this game if we can, and if we can't, we will open it up to anyone and everyone. 513-813-0735 is the number for the SFL postgame show for the game of the week. We got a few guys in the chat still, so let's see if we can possibly shout some of them out while we're sitting here waiting to see you get another call. Looks like we got Stephen Mullinax, we got Heath McDaniel Sr., as well as the Plastic Franchise. I don't know exactly who that is, and I'm sure we got some people listening that aren't in the chat. Let's go ahead and open it up to anyone, man. Anyone and everyone who wants to give a call. Let's talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. 513-813-0735. Aiden Friday's in the chat. Eric Vincent, Colin Northrup, all these guys are here. Go ahead and call in if you'd like. We can talk about the rest of Week 2, which is coming on Monday, or we can talk about the game tonight. Whatever you guys want to talk about, it's open to anyone now. 513-813-0SFL. The Alaska Storm looked to struggle on the offensive side of the ball. They were trying to hit their 2 tight ends. Mark Chisholm on there. Mark, come on, call in, buddy. You got a bye week this week, and we'd love to talk to the number 1 team on the power rankings. Sorry, I got off track. Alaska looked to struggle on the offensive side of the ball, but I think that's just this game. Dallas has a tough defense. If you're the Alaska Storm, 1 game doesn't kill you. I know you haven't lost in franchise history. This was your first loss. But, you got to keep your head up. You got to keep driving. You got to keep doing what you do. Storm will bounce back. Don't doubt that. Max Paul, very good owner. We're getting a call now, 903. You are on the SFL postgame show. Can I ask who I have?
Hi, Stephen Mullinax, owner of the Dallas Roughnecks.
Stephen Mullinax, man. First win of the season. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. A lot of pressure after our Week 1 loss. Regardless of what Macc Wavy says, he didn't drop the ball in Week 1. I did as the coach. And so there was a lot of pressure on me this week to make sure that we put the best game plan together that we could. And I've got to give credit to T. Cabell, Heath McDaniel Jr., Senior, not Junior, and Macc Wavy. They all helped put this playbook together. They were all integral parts of it, so they should all, take an extra bow because they had a lot of input on what we did this week.
That's some good stuff coming out of the mouth. I always love talking to Steven because he's always got so much knowledge in terms of this game. Let's talk about Robert Dobbs. Macc Wavy Jr. says he's a rookie, first year. Talk to me about Robert Dobbs and the impact he's had on your team this season.
Well, especially for you fantasy players, Robert Dobbs is a name that you should absolutely know. He is our 4th wide receiver on the depth chart, but that is the exact same spot that Jonathan Concord had last season,
Wow.
and Concord led us in touchdown receptions. So in a 4 wide receiver set, or sometimes even in a 5 wide receiver set, those guys at the bottom of the depth chart, they get a lot of love because they've got they've got good cover. They've got good coverage for us, bad
Right.
coverage for opposing teams. But they're a lot of times they're open, and when you've got a guy that has a laser arm that the way Wavy does, he can find them. And so on any given night, any of our wide receivers can just have a takeover game.
That's a good point. Stephen Mullinax, you guys sure know how to toss the ball, I'll tell you that much, and it doesn't help when you got a gold QB. Talk to me about, you have an influx of Minneapolis Maulers coming off of their championship win and then fold. Talk to me about what the process was like in convincing them to come play in Dallas.
Well, it was a bumpy one, and at first, just because they had so many offers, and even had really planned on playing elsewhere, some of them. So it took a little bit of convincing. But I tell you what, the key piece in all of it was Macc Wavy Jr. And you bring that guy on your team. We were so excited to get a quality guy. We wanted to bring in not only quality players, but quality people. And on our list, Macc Wavy Jr. was on the top of that. And Cabell is also up there. Prince Escobar is up there. I mean, and these guys, but Wavy was the domino, and that his terrific personality was just like a beacon of light. And
Wow.
These guys were drawn to his magnetic personality, and bringing him on the team is the best move we've made probably in our existence.
Some high praise. All right, I would be doing a disservice to the viewers of tonight's game if I did not talk to you a little bit about the game in general. Talk to me. There was one play at the end of the first half where Macc throws up a Hail Mary and it bounces back into the air, and the Alaska Storm almost get their hands under it. Talk to me about what was going through your head when you saw that ball bounce back up.
I was having flashbacks of Aaron Rodgers, and they're not good ones. That's exactly what I was saying. I mean, all that they needed, really, honestly, Alaska just needed more breaks. And that was a break that just didn't fall that way, but if it did, it changes the entire landscape of the game. 1 or 2 breaks here or there, and that game is a lot closer than it was.
I will agree with you on that one. It was close up until the end, until Macc threw that interception. Talk to me about your defense. Troy LaShaw obviously comes up with that interception at the end of the first half. Talk to me about Heath McDaniel Sr. a little bit.
The best stash in the SFL. You can't see it because of the shield, but absolutely you got to check it out. If he tilts his head up a little bit, you will see magnificence. But no, this year is definitely a little bit of an experiment for us. In the past, we have really dedicated a lot of resources to our linebacker core, going as far as having a gold and silver for our first 2 seasons. Now we're going to a bronze level, although he's a max ability linebacker, and then 2 non-stars. And the reason I did that was because I started to see things from my non-star linebackers that I was seeing from my gold and my silver. So the experiment is, can these non-stars and with McDaniel Sr. leading them, can they have the same sort, or at least close to the same sort of production, and we can start to spread out that our investment out in other areas. So that was what the experiment was. For the most part, in our first week, it held out well until that last half of the game, and we started to give up some big plays. This week, it was almost a carbon copy, the way that we had the fourth down stands, kept the score low through the first half. It was starting to look like an almost exact copy, but our defense was able to really come through in the second half, and they finished the fight.
All right, well, Stephen Mullinax, you got Mexico City next week. I won't force you to give away any of your plans, ideas, thoughts about next week, so we'll toss you an easy one before you get out of here. What Week 2 matchup are you most looking forward to watching on the Redzone on Monday?
Honestly, I've just, and this is the absolute truth, I have only focused on our game. I mean, there was so much pressure from that first week that I did watch the Redzone and that, but because of the loss, I have felt an obligation to my players to ignore, everything else until that playbook was done. So honestly, I don't even know who's playing against each other. I'd have to bring it up, but I will say, as far as Mexico City is concerned, that Ramos Lynn we all know what kind of coach he is, and
Right.
and we know that his team knows how to pass the ball. Last week they showed they know how to run the ball, so it's going to be a tremendous taking for us to actually figure out how to defend something like that. So that's going to be a big challenge for us.
Well, good luck to you, man. I wish you the best against Mexico City and every week that you play anyone but the Carolina Skyhawks. So good luck to you. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, great job tonight. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. All right, let's see possibly if we can get one more caller on the SFL postgame show, talk about anything. Maybe someone who's not a Dallas Roughneck. That would be nice. Although if we have 2 or 3 people call in, I'll keep it going. I'm not against keeping this thing running. We can talk about the rest of the Week 2 tilt. We can talk about anything really you want. Fantasy. Kodiak Denali, I think, was the fantasy winner for tonight, although Macc Wavy Jr. with that arm possibly up there as well. But we got some good games. Here's 210. You are on the SFL postgame show. Can I ask who I'm speaking to? Hello? All right, nothing doing there. If you could call back if you still want to be on the show. Couldn't hear anything there. I don't know if that was a problem on your end or mine. 513-813-0735 is the number. We got time for 1 or 2 more on the SFL post-game show. A good game tonight. 28-12, the Dallas Roughnecks, and Stephen Mullinax improved to 1-1, while the Alaska Storm suffer the first franchise loss. And it just happened to come in the one of the warmer cities in the SFL. So let's run through the rest of the SFL tilt for Week 2 while we're sitting here waiting. Queen City will head to St. Louis to take on the Gladiators. Carolina heads to Tallahassee to take on the Pride. Mexico City is playing Houston. Sioux Falls will head to Baltimore to take on the Crabs. And the Oklahoma City Renegades are heading to L.A. to take on the Sharks. So some good matchups there, some interesting matchups. Let's see if we can get one more caller for this show. I'd love to talk about the rest of the tilt. I'd love to talk to an Alaska Storm player. 210 is calling back. 210, you were on the SFL postgame show. Who do I got?
Hey, it's Commish.
Hey, Cam, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man.
Good, we're glad to have you. If you could mute the back of the broadcast there. It feels interesting hearing that from the other side of the show, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Hey, great job tonight, my friend.
Thanks, I appreciate it. You, what do you want to talk about, man? The floor is all yours. You want to talk about tonight's game or the rest of the tilt coming on Monday?
Well, I don't know. I wish I had better news for you guys. I sort of, well, first off, thank you so much for everything you do, Andy. Second of all, I still, unfortunately, do not have a lot of support from some people who don't seem to understand how this league works or how hard that we work.
Not sure what happened there. Cam seemed to have fallen off. Let's see what we can do about that. That did not work. Cam, if you're still out there, go ahead and call back. I don't know what happened there. It might have been a button I accidentally pressed, or it might have been a error on your end. I have no idea. Let's see if we can get him back on the call. That sounded important. Let's see here. What can I do from my end? Sorry about that, Cam. That was terrible. All right, let's get his number punched in here, and we'll call him back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We guys lost Cam, so I'm calling him back here. Hello?
You got me?
Yeah, sorry, but I don't know what happened there.
I don't either, man. Been
All right.
that kind of day.
Sorry about that. All right, floor is yours. Take it away.
Well, for those of you that know me best, you know that I work 2 other jobs as well, which is, 2 jobs outside of the SFL and make little money doing it. And it's why we had to go to just a straight Redzone format this season with a game of the week, obviously. Unfortunately, there are a handful of, or maybe more than that, of local people who are pretty much, calling Redzone a glorified highlight show and all that. But I'm sad to announce that unfortunately tonight a lot of my future money at one of my jobs has likely disappeared for one reason or another. So. Things are just pretty tough right now. So
that's
just
very unfortunate.
I just wanted to call in and say that I really appreciate everyone who's stood with me through all this. Sorry.
No, you're fine, man. Hey, we're here for you. I've always said the SFL is more of a family than it is a league, and I think there's a lot of people who want a lot of different things from this league, but I think what we all want most is just somewhere where we can all come and relate to each other and share a love of the game, man. And you've done so much for this league. We're all forever grateful. And if people are coming across as ungrateful, I would urge you to point them out to me, and I'll do whatever I have to set them straight. Because brothers look out for each other, and as a league, I consider every one of you in this league my brothers. And when brothers are having a tough day, you got to do your best to cheer them up and help them, and we'll do whatever you ask us to do, man. And if that's sending some prayers your way, we'll do that. If you just ever need to vent, man, you have my phone number. You're always welcome to give me a ring. And we'll just do whatever you need, man. We're all here for you. The chat is blowing up. I'm sure you can see that with support for you and for your family, man. We just care about you, We understand it gets tough sometimes, and I don't think anyone's expecting you to be a superhero, and I think a lot of these people don't really know how hard you work, man. I've seen it firsthand. I mean, Cam called me. I'll tell the story now. Cam called me last week, talking about how just hard he was working on the Redzone, and how he had to kind of export it a few different times in a few different ways. And I'll tell you guys something, that final product is incredible. So, I mean, in whatever aspect that you guys love it, hate it, whatever it is, you can't deny that that's an incredible amount of work and effort that he put into that. So I urge you guys to, don't be ungrateful for what the league is changing to. I would urge you to follow it. The off season or the future, is something that's not guaranteed. In a lot of these leagues, we kind of just assume that it'll keep going, But when you have someone at the top, and I've seen this from the leagues I've run, it gets tough to kind of keep pushing when you don't have the support. And so, Cam, I just want to let you know, man, we all support you. And if you need anything off your plate, man, don't be afraid to ask me. I know Frank, Ronnie, all these people, Mark, all of them are saying in the chat that if you need to call them, you're welcome to. And Dwayne makes a good point. I mean, we're all here because of you, man. We all know each other because of you. I mean, some of my better friends I've made through this league would not be here without you. So, we really support you, man. And in tough times, Macc Wavy Jr. said it earlier. He was in reference to the game, but I'll use it here. Pressure, bust pipes, and then the second line to that is or creates diamonds. And you, man, you, sir, are a diamond. So keep up the good work, and if you need anything, don't be afraid to ask us.
I didn't. I'm sorry about that. That's probably the first time anyone's ever heard me get emotional like that. But yeah, I needed to call in, be with my family. I know it was a great game tonight. Congrats to Dallas for doing a great job to bounce back. And honestly, I don't want to convey the idea that if you're not with me or against me, that's not. It's not the intention of my frustrations. I think that what I don't understand, that I'm hoping to convey with this call tonight, is to all the people who are frustrated or disappointed with the direction of the league and where it's gone, understand that all of this is out of necessity so that we can still exist. At the risk of devaluing our brand, I can certainly say, and most of you who have had deep conversations with me understand and know that because of my financial hardships from taking a chance and moving to a different city and going after bigger and better things and dreams, that that I had to make sacrifices in order to keep this league afloat. I had to charge for players and ownerships when I normally wouldn't feel the need to. I felt like I needed to drag Destro away from him owning his own team so that he could help me, so that we could, it's all of everything that's been done that's led to this point is to make sure that we have a league still. And so I just hope that that people understand that we're not trying to screw you. We're not trying to give you a worse product than and trying to sell it as a better product. We're not. I personally don't think it's a worse or better product. It's just the model that we currently have. We change almost from season to season because of our different circumstances and our different people that are involved in the league, and you have to adjust to the talents and whatever is thrown your way. But it's very very frustrating to feel like I don't have as simple as just support for the effort. To not even have that is just very, at this time, which is not the fault of the people that are frustrated with how things are, but at this time it's obviously very crushing, and we're trying so hard. Andy does so much, and Frank does so much, and all the owners and all the coaches and everybody that puts on these great shows and performances on the field. Just don't understand how people can not see the value in that. With that said, it looks like I'm going to have to make a couple of minor schedule adjustments. Looks like Redzone will have to be Tuesday night because I have an opportunity to make a little bit of money on Monday night. So I have to go ahead and take that. And then that would move the following Sunday's Redzone to Monday, because 5 days is not enough for us to, for teams to build their playbooks, to send them all in, to play all the games, to edit all the videos. It's just not enough time, so we'll have to move that date as well. And then hopefully we'll be back on track to where we are. But yeah, I just had to call in. I didn't mean to get on a soapbox or make this all about me or whatever. I just needed to be with the people that I know care. So,
of course, yeah, we sure as heck care about you, man. And anything we got to do, I got to do. Just let me know, man. I'm always willing, always able. So I'll just repeat it for people who might have missed it. Hopefully 2 times will be enough. The Redzone for Week 2 will be moved from Monday to Tuesday, and the Redzone for Week 3 will be moved to that Monday instead of that Sunday.
Right.
So I just wanted to repeat it so everyone could hear. We love you, man. We're glad. We're all here because of you. We'll do whatever it takes. And I think you're right. I think that's something a lot of people don't think about is that we made the change for the Redzone so that we could keep the league going, and if I can get up on a soapbox for a minute, I think the one way to improve the league and the way that I've found the best, if you want something changed, man, offer Cam some help, and it might not be directly in what you want, but Cam listens a lot of the time to the people who are helping more. I've had more phone calls with Cam in the past 2 weeks than I think I've had in the entire first 2 seasons I coached. And he's always willing to let the people who are helping him help. But, if you don't have too many particular skills you don't think, just ask, man. There's plenty of stuff for you guys to get involved with, to help with. We need help. So if you enjoy this league as much as you guys were saying in the chat, ask what areas you can help in. And I'm sure if Cam has anything at all, it's too much stuff on his plate. So if he can find something that you can do and help, that would be great. And I'm sure he can agree to that. And we need more quality people in this league like Cam.
A couple other things to address. Ryan Moody, hi Ryan on Twitter, says that he tried to get involved with the SFL, but we gave him the cold shoulder. Folks, we didn't give him the cold shoulder. He just offered up a new business strategy and we declined. So if any of you are Ryan Moody fans, which I am, he has thousands of followers on his YouTube channel. That's that. Second of all, the idea that that individual games get more viewers than the Redzone is totally false. However, I have to applaud you, Andy. It sounds like you had one heck of a broadcast tonight. I know that you were in the 40s much of the night. Did anyone happen to see what our high of viewership was tonight? Because that's tremendous.
I think at some point we broke 50.
Especially on a night that we don't normally air. I can't remember the last time S fell at a game on a Saturday night. So kudos to all of you who are still
right
with us tonight watching and supporting Andy and him helping us out. And I think that all of you will know I've listened to a few people and gotten their thoughts on Andy on the call, and I listened back to spent time listening to Andy's call from week 1, and we're constantly working with him and working with others to try and improve the game of the week presentation. It sounded like you were kicking ass, dude, tonight. So let's everyone give some props to Andy for being a boss.
Well, hey, it's not me. It's the guys in the chat, man. I always enjoy seeing what they're putting in there. They make me better. So I'm not going to take any of that credit. I think what you instilled in me, watching those first 2 seasons worth of games, or 1.5 or whatever. I just got excited to help, and watching 2 games, the old way we used to do it, I just saw an area that I could help, and I stepped up and asked if that would be something I could do, and I think there's a lot of areas that, people can do that. If you see something you think you can help with, go ahead and offer it. And all up to the players, the coaches, the fans, all up to that, and you, Cam. That's it. I'm not taking any of that credit.
So everyone understands, ultimately, the league would like to be able to my knowledge, the technology currently does not exist. It doesn't mean that it won't ever. It just means it doesn't exist right now. What the league would ultimately like to have is the ability to have 6 panels, 6 games, essentially, the 5 games that are showing all at once, and then the Redzone broadcast itself. And then allow the user to customize their viewing experience. Do you want to watch all 5 full games at once plus the Redzone? Do you want to watch just the Redzone? Do you want to watch the Redzone and your game? Do you want to watch the Redzone, your game, and your opponent next week? Whatever whatever is most interesting to you is what we want you to be able to watch live. Okay, that is ultimately what we want to provide. So we want what people want and don't like about the Redzone in that it's, you can't watch your full game live and all that. I've heard it plenty of times over the last week, and we want what you want. Just don't have a way at the moment to make that happen. But if you drop off with your support, then you're not going to be here when we get it right, and when we finally get, to the ultimate place of pure entertainment. And I wish if people are not willing to wait and be patient, I'd rather them just step out now, because I just am not in a position to deal with any of that anymore. So but we're gonna for those that enjoy the Redzone, that prefer the Redzone, that may wish that things were different, but can support the league regardless. We'll see you on Tuesday night and throughout the season. But tough night. I'm sure Alaska feels exactly how I feel, because I know they didn't have a good game tonight, and I feel bad for them for that. But yeah, we'll figure some things out, and we'll it's a dark day today for me, but it doesn't mean it's always going to stay that way. So
hey, we'll keep you in mind, and we'll certainly do whatever it takes. I'm sure after hearing this, I'm sure you and me will have plenty of conversations and trying to figure out what the people want, and how to make it happen, because I'm all about helping you, man. So whatever you need, just let me know, and I'll be here for you. And I'm sure a lot of the guys in the chat are saying the same things. So we'll do our best to support you in whatever way we can. But let's not end on a low note. Talk to me about the week 2 slate. What game are you most excited to talk about on Tuesday?
Well, unfortunately, I really can't. I really can't go too in depth on all the matchups. I can say that I love the whole Sharknado thing. I think it's hilarious. I think it's a hysterical rivalry and trophy. If you've seen of course, we still don't have trophies or anything like that, but if we did, the shark in the tornado it just cracks me up.
Yeah, that should
those
be a
guys.
good one.
Yeah, those guys getting back together and renewing that rivalry should be a good time. But I think the most interesting week of the season is week 2. Week 1 is a lot of eye raises and shockers, and then week 2 rolls around, and maybe you start to get a little bit more of a clearer picture of, was week 1 a fluke? Does week 2 cement, a potential powers, or does it expose serious weaknesses? Because you've got the first week, which everybody's sort of blind, and then you've got the second week where now you're really seeing what separates the men from the boys. So I think that's a lot of what week 2 is about, and so that's going to be fun to track on Tuesday night now.
I'm sure it will be. I'm really excited to see a lot of these games. I mean, Queen City and Houston will be in their first action of the season, so both of those teams will finally put a face to a name. And then you'll have some teams like St. Louis, Carolina. I mean, a lot of these teams, Baltimore, for example, looking to bounce back. LA, like you just talked about. So teams looking to cement themselves at 2-0, teams looking to bounce to 1-1, and some teams looking to start their season off the right way. Lots of action coming on Tuesday. We can't wait, man. We can't wait. And so, I think a good thing that AJ Levy's saying in the chat, man, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. So, don't leave here with your head low. Keep it high, man. You got supporters out in the chat and in this league, man. We're your family. We love you, buddy.
All right, appreciate it, guys, and we'll chat later. Great broadcast tonight, Andy. You killed it.
Thanks, man. No problem. Anytime. All right. So with that, we will go ahead and end the post-game show. I think that was about as good as it's going to get for the final call. That, again, I will say it one time, the SFL Redzone for Week 2 is bumped back to Tuesday, and the SFL for Week 3 is bumped to Monday. So we will see you guys on those days for the SFL Game of the Week. I am Andy Hamilton. We will see you next week.